Hey guys, it's Aaron from Minnesota Pro Paintball here today. What I've got for you today is a little unboxing and overview video of the new MacDev flagship marker, the Cyborg 6, which is their stack tube poppet marker. It's been a long time coming for them. They've been working on this gun for quite a while now. Anybody that shot a Cyborg RX knows how great these guns can shoot when they're dialed in real nice. And this thing is probably going to be the exact same thing when people get them in their hands and start shooting them and tinkering with them and getting them dialed into their own personal specs. So what we're going to do for you guys is unbox the gun, show you what you get when you get one of these awesome guns, and then we're going to kind of show you some of the basic stuff like the disassembly and everything like that. But we're going to leave that for a more in-depth video because we don't want this to turn into a half-hour long video because nobody wants to watch that. So without further ado guys, let's zoom in a little bit here and show you what you get. Alright guys, so here's the Cyborg. What we're going to do for you is unbox it and show you everything that you get when you purchase the gun from us. As always, you get the fantastic lifetime labor warranty on any brand new marker that you buy from us, as well as us being the Midwest service center for MacDev. So no matter what you buy, MacDev related, you are definitely in good hands with us. So without further ado, let's get to the unboxing. Take off the sleeve here. You do have a really nice zipper case, really nice durable zipper. It is a very semi-rigid. It's a little bit squishy with the foam in there, so it's not super hard like say a Planet Eclipse case, but it does feel very durable. It doesn't feel like it's going to let anything fall out or anything inside the case is going to get damaged when you're using it. So first thing we'll do, we'll start with the top of the case. So first thing you're going to see obviously is the new Shift 2 barrel system. As you probably saw in our other videos, it's a very nice kit. They listened to a lot of the players' demands and the customers' demands when they made the new kit. It is a drop-in insert style as opposed to a screw-in insert style with the previous Shift 1. So that's definitely nice. As you can see, you do get two inserts with the marker, which is definitely nice. You have a 685 and a 693. Personally, I'll be using the 685 just because paint tends to run a little bit smaller in the Midwest as of late, with the exception of Valken. So it's definitely nice to have those two options without having to buy more up front. And I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but there are two inserts here that do come out of the case. So if you buy more inserts down the road, or if you buy the kit, you can keep everything in the case here without having to have an entirely different case in your gear bag. So it's nice that MacDev thought ahead on that and thought of more ways to take care of their customers. You also have the MacDev V2 Militia Lube. This is one of my personal favorite lubes for pretty much any spool valve marker or any high or low pressure regulator, just because it does work really well and it stays in place really well. So moving on guys, first is in the flap here, between the marker and the barrel, is the Allen key set. Very nice case, or kit rather, that holds the Allen keys in it with ball ends on there. Any paintball player knows the ball end of the Allen key is your friend. It'll keep you from having to mark up your gun or scrape it with the other end of the Allen key, so you can get in at a weird angle and get to whatever you need to get to. Next, you of course have the usual MacDev sticker sheet, the little baggie of spares with the O-ring diagram. So you have some extra bolt tips, O-rings, detents, and screws. You of course have your MacDev barrel bag, and the last and certainly not least, the manual. Shows everything you need to know about the gun, how to take it apart, how to program it, how to set it up, what all the features are, all that good stuff. As always guys, with the warranty and us being a service center, you can definitely contact us for that. Even if you don't buy the gun from us, we'd be more than happy to help you out with the gun. If you ever have any questions, definitely never hesitate to ask. And without further ado, we will get to the best part, the gun itself. I'm gonna set the case aside here, kind of focus on the gun for a minute. Alright, so here is the Cyborg. First things first, MacDev definitely spent some time doing their research on different rubber compounds for the grips. The rubber on the Cyborg is definitely the best that they've ever offered, in my opinion anyway. It's a very soft, cushiony rubber. It's got a little bit of give to it, but not too much to the fact where you're gonna rip them off the gun. It still has some nice contours in it, so it's going to stay firmly in place in your hand no matter how you hold it or no matter how dirty your hands are. And there is, as you can see, rubber integrated into the foregrip, or where the LPR is housed on the marker. That makes the gun very comfortable in the hands. It's a more stretched out feel, similar to like the LV1, so it's a little bit longer gun, which I personally like because I like a longer setup myself. Not everybody's going to like it, and that's okay. Paintball is great that way because there's tons of options, so there's always something to suit your personal needs. Another thing that you'll notice is that the trigger is a little bit different than the previous models. As opposed to the single pin style removal for the trigger, there's now one on each side of the gun, and then the trigger does still slide out of the front in addition to the spring in the back of the trigger. It is also similar, more so now, to a blade style trigger than the traditional MacDev trigger that they've stuck with for years now. Another nice thing that they did change with the gun is that the ASA no longer has an O-ring on the knob itself. Everything is housed within a unit inside the ASA, which I will go more in depth into in the next video we do. But as you can see, there's no O-ring in there, so you don't have to worry about shredding that. So it's definitely one of the things to have to maintain and worry about at the field, which, let's be honest, is one of the best things you can do as paintball players, have one less thing to worry about with your gun going wrong. The bolt is a soft-tipped, flat face bolt. As you can see, nice cushiony flat face there. He's already showed you the spares. You do have replacements should they go out on you. But it is a nice basic bolt. It has an O-ring in the front and the back of the air chamber in the bottom, so you get as much of the air going forward to propel the ball as possible. And then of course the easy to remove rammer housing and sleeve. All you do with this, guys, is simply untwist it, and it all just comes right out. There is a pin on the bottom there that lines up with the back of the marker so that it goes into place right, so that way when you stick it back into the marker itself, the pin and everything lines up properly, so you don't have to worry about that. The nice thing about this, as outlined before by Ryan Podesta, is that if this ram sleeve wears out, you don't have to worry about the gun being shot. You buy a new ram sleeve, you're good to go. And then you just slide it back into the gun, like so, and screw it back into place, and you're good to go. Now, as some people may have caught, like I said earlier, with the foregrip and the LPR, the HPR is actually adjusted via the front of the grip. So then when you look at the readout on the marker itself, which we will turn on here for you, you now have a readout for your low pressure and your high pressure at the same time. So you'll be able to tell what the operating pressure of the marker is at all times. So eventually what you'll be able to do is, once you know the marker a little bit better, you'll be able to know, hey, I need my high pressure at X and I need my low pressure at Y. And when they're set to that, my gun is shooting roughly, 280, 290, whatever you prefer to shoot it at. So that's definitely one nice thing you can do to tack it on the fly and not have to worry about it. So that's kind of the basic overview of the gun here, guys. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to hit us up. You can email us at info@mmpropaintball.com or give us a call, 952-303-5807. As always, guys, thanks for watching.